it to me.
So let's tell Groark.
We don't bully and we don't tease.
Yes, Groark.
I respect you and vice versa, please.
Oh, Groark.
There's no need for fussing and fuming.
Go, Groark.
Whether you're dragon or whether you're human.
We're gonna have good times.
Oh, yes, and
We're gonna do just fine.
and you know why?
'Cause you and I can get along.
That's right.
Right here, right now. We're learning how to get along.
Getting Along with Groark is a 5-part video series that teaches children valuable lessons that will help them get along well, work out conflicts fairly and peacefully, and prevent violent behavior. The series features Groark, an affable, childlike dragon, and ventriloquist Randall McGee, Groark's adult companion. In each episode, Groark has a problem to solve. He and his friends have gotten into a tense situation and are on the brink of either a fight or some very harsh feelings. Confused about what to do, Groark turns to a group of real elementary school children for guidance. In a spontaneous and unrehearsed problem-solving session, they help Groark understand his dilemma and suggest how he can resolve it. In the end, Groark takes their advice and brings about a peaceful, positive resolution. This highlights tape contains a brief sampling from each program in the series. In Episode 1, Groark learns to control anger. Groark becomes so upset at his own mistakes that he accidentally destroys his best friend's model airplane. This leads to an argument that quickly escalates into a full-blown fight, made worse with the help of a few other kids on the playground.
Look at this. Look what you did, you dummy. I bet you think you're funny. You turned my plane into a mushy heap.
Your airplane's ruined my lunch. Now I've got nothing to munch.
You're nothing but a clumsy creep.
You're telling lies about me.
Boy, this is getting ugly. I know that he's all wrong and I'm all right.
He'll soon be sore and swelling.
I'm scared, but I'm not telling. Guess the only thing to do is fight.
Give it back,
You are going to meet with Nubs after school and fight?
Well, just a little fight. Till I beat him up.
Why are you going to do? Because I'm mad at him. Is that a good way to take care of your anger?
In talking with real elementary school children, Groark learns how important it is to control his temper. The kids explain to him how uncontrolled anger can lead to violent confrontation, and they suggest more constructive ways for him to deal with his anger.
They resorted to fighting instead of talking it out, and they went and they threw fists at each other first thing. I mean, they didn't even attempt to talk it out.
Well, that's what you're supposed to do when you're angry, aren't you?
No, not at all. No.
Oh, yeah, then what would you have done?
Well, I would have tried to talk it out before I hit the person.
Talk? What's the point of talking? When you're mad, you fight.
If you fight, it's really not leading to any good solution. It's just making the problem worse. Because then from something that you could have fixed, it turns into something that might not be able to fix because you might not be friends ever again.
I take a deep breath and then blow it out. I do it about 5 times, and it just helps me relax and get the anger out.
It does? A deep breath? What's that got to do with anger?
Well, why don't you try it and see?
All right. Oh, she's right. It is kind of relaxing.
In the end, Groark uses his newfound skills to calm down his friend Nubs, and the two make up.
Not bad. But you need to keep your head up a little more.
Who are you?
I am El Groarko, the world's greatest fight trainer. I'm sure you've heard of me.
No, but you do look kind of familiar.
Yes, well, I'm sure you've seen me on TV. Anyway, I hear you have a big fight coming up.
Yeah, I'm gonna beat up my best friend.
Your best friend?
I'm angry at him.
Well, that's not a good reason to have a fight.
Sure it is. How else am I going to get rid of all this anger?
Have you tried to relax?
Relax? How can I relax? My heart is pounding, my face feels hot, my muscles are all tense, and all I can think about is beating Groark's head into the ground. How am I supposed to relax?
That is tough. But when you're mad, you aren't in control of yourself. And when you aren't in control of yourself, you can't win.
Really? Well, what should I do?
I will teach you how to win the El Groarko way.
Didn't know if I could do it. Didn't know if I could do it. Yes, I can do it. I can do it. I can do it. I can handle this.
He can handle this.
Didn't know if I could do it. Didn't know if I can do it. Yes, I can do it. I can do it. I can do it. I can handle this.
He can handle this.
It feels good to know I can get control of my anger.
That's it, kid. That's it.
In episode 2, Groark learns to work out conflicts. Groark and his friend Essie get into a disagreement over the design of a robot they're building for a class project. Their behavior toward one another quickly leads to a serious rift, and the project comes to a halt. Frustrated and angry, Groark turns to a group of real children for a lesson in working out conflicts.
They need to be more respectful of each of their ideas so they could get something done.
How do you do that? Can you explain a little, Aaron?
You can let each other talk, like say, well, here's your idea, here's my idea. Make a compromise.
What?
Compromise. It means that two people put their ideas together so it will work for both of them.
Let's pretend that you're Groark for right now.
Oh, they don't look green enough.
If you could talk to Essie, what would you like to say to her? Natalie, what do you think?
I would say that I was sorry and I wanted to still try to make the robot, and we could try to compromise on how to make it so we wouldn't get into another fight.
Equipped with this new approach to conflict resolution, Groark and his friend work out their dispute, and both the robot and their friendship are saved.
We could try to start over. We still have all our junk.
Yeah, but you want to use your robot head, and I want to use mine. We ought to just forget the whole thing.
Then maybe we can combine our ideas to make something even better.
Like?
Well, like smart and courageous.
Oh.
I thought I was right and you were wrong.
I thought I was right, so we didn't get along.
But we found together we really belong.
Now we're working it out.
Come on now, working it out to keep our act together. Working it out through the stormy weather. Working it out.
That's right. We'll be friends forever.
Working it out. Working it out.
In episode 3, Groark learns to listen. Groark and two friends are working on a dance routine for a talent show. His failure to listen to their ideas and concerns upsets his friends and causes serious trouble.
You are doing great.
Yeah.
Isn't he, Groark?
Yeah, great! Great prizes!
What?
He is not paying attention. Are you, Groark? Groark? Yoo-hoo! Groark! Groark!
Did you know that the first prize is $100?
See? He is not listening.
No, he's not.
It says right here on the entry form.
Here, Essie, let me help.
After Groark's poor listening habits cause Essie to become injured, his friends reject him, and he's left feeling confused and very blue.
They say I don't pay attention, They gripe that I don't hear. They think their words go in one side and out the other ear.
Say what?
What can a dragon do to get out of this mess? I'm looking for some help and I am ready to confess. I've got them, my friends don't want me hanging around here blues.
They don't want you. Nobody wants
I've got them, my friends don't want me hanging around here blues.
They don't want you.
Groark wasn't paying attention to them. See, look at Groark right now.
What?
What? What?
What did I just say?
Don't you remember?
I remember, but what did I say?
Yeah, you were talking about some, I don't know. Gee, man, what is this? Quiz time or something?
You should listen to what they have to say. That's why they were listening to you. Because if you
I
listen to
wasn't
them,
listening.
you weren't listening like you were listening to me. And like everybody else. Now do you remember what I said?
Were you talking?
See how I'm talking to you? Like,
Yeah.
I could tell that you listening to me because, like, acting like you really paying attention.
What are you doing?
How can you tell he's listening? You can't hear it.
By his body motions, by the way, by the way I'm looking at him and by the way he's looking at me. And how
what's
he
he doing?
responds to me.
What she's saying is he could tell because I was looking at him, and I
Nodding
nod
and-
my head every
yeah,
once
see
in
how,
a while.
See how he was doing what it sounds like? Yeah, I understand. Yeah, see?
Oh, and that shows he's listening?
If you're talking to somebody and you really want them to understand you, you could tell by their body motions that they're paying attention to you, or like they're not paying attention to you. Like, yeah, girl. Yeah.
That's a good example, Keenan.
Bolstered by his newly acquired listening skills, Groark goes back to his friends and asks for another chance. After a somewhat rocky start, he wins his way back into their good graces.
We learned. Let me get this right. You are asking me if I remember the first part of the dance we learned earlier together. Is that right?
Yeah, Groark, that's what she asked. Do you remember it?
Yes, I remember it. I do remember the part of the dance we learned earlier.
Well, for the finale...
Excuse me. The finale is the end, right?
Right.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, now, for the finale, we will do a gentle turn all the way around and...
Groark, what are you doing?
He is acting weird, that's what.
I'm not being weird. I'm just being a good listener.
Groark, you don't have to trip all over yourself doing that stuff. If you just really pay attention to what people are saying and feeling, everything else will come naturally.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Once I was so caught up in myself.
You weren't really listening to anyone else.
So I found myself alone.
Your friends left you on your own.
I wasn't listening,
But I'm sure listening now.